Hello, my name is Drays Alonzo, and today I'll be pitching my YouTube series ideas for my videos titled Not Too Short and Ride Your Wave. For my first video titled Not Too Short, the first scene goes as follows. I start off with a hook to effectively hook in my target audience, which are teens and young adults. And I give them 3 questions. Have you ever had to ask someone for help just to grab something on the top shelf? Or maybe you've been to the movie theaters and the moment someone sits in front of you, you cannot see anything. Or maybe you're always just the shortest one in the friend group. While I'm narrating, the text will be on screen for the viewer, and there will be a typing sound effect simultaneously as the text is being typed out. There will also be corresponding visuals to each question I ask the audience. In the next scene, after the 3 scenario visuals are done, I tell the viewer, today's keyword is short, as the big title appears on the screen. In the next scene, I give the definition of the word short, and I state that the definition of the word short is measuring a small distance from end to end. I then tell the audience, but here's the thing. Just because something measures small in distance doesn't mean it measures small in value. And then there will be a typing sound effect as the corresponding text of the definition is seen on the screen. I then transition into the next scene where I talk about my personal story, and I go, the average male height is 5'9", and I don't quite hit that mark. As the visuals, it will first be the average male height, and then me sliding in as my height, and it just shows me shorter than the average male height. In my second scene, where I talk about my personal story, I voice over, when I was younger, I used to ask myself questions like, why am I so short? Why is everyone else taller than me? Is something wrong with me? Then the visuals will be the Y's being all like static, and there'll be lots of static noise, and the visual image is shaking on the screen. We then transition to the last scene, or last shot in scene 2, where I say, eventually I learned the science behind it, the amazing word called genetics. Then a riser sound effect goes off before I say genetics, just to have a build up to the word. We then move on to scene 3, where it's like the realization stage. So I go, as I grew older, I realized that there are some things in life that we simply cannot change. And then the slightly upbeat music fades in because it's a positive turning point in the story. In the next scene, I start to connect things all together. In the voiceover, I say, if people choose to judge, let them judge. Life is too short to worry about what other people think. This is where the life lesson will come in, and where the keyword in a life lesson will connect. I then give alternate positive perspectives of the 3 situations I brought up at the beginning, and then I end off by saying, because at the end of the day, the riser sound effect comes in while the music fades out, then the life lesson appears on the screen. Life is too short to worry about what other people think. I'm Drayson, and that's today's life lesson. See you next time. The music fades in for the outro, and the outro plays. My second video idea is titled Ride Your Waves. In the first scene, we have a person laying on the beach, and then my voiceover goes, picture yourself on a beach. Let's call this beach life. The waves and seagull sound effects are lifted as the background noise, and the upbeat music is turned up. In scene 2, my voiceover goes, you're relaxing, vibing, minding your own business, when suddenly a huge crash of waves start coming towards you. As the waves start to come towards him, the intense music starts up, the upbeat music fades out, and the waves are coming towards him in the visual, and the person is panicking on the beach. I then ask the audience 3 options. Now in that moment, what would you do? Would you A, run away, B, freeze, or C, ride the waves? Me personally, I'd ride the wave. I then slightly alter my voice to seem like I'm a part of the audience, where I say, but Dre, I don't even know how to surf. Then that's where I say, me neither, but I can teach you how to ride the waves of life. Trying to get that social currency effect for the audience to show that it is cool to ride the waves. Try to overcome your problems by riding the waves. The upbeat music fades in as the title comes into the screen. I then say, when I was a kid, I had this innocent idea that the world is mostly a kind and happy place. Fast forward almost 20 years later, and wow, I was delusional. In the visuals, you will have a little Dre, and he will have a thinking bubble of the earth, and it will have the words kind and happy as I say in the video, and the bubble will pop, once I say the word delusional. I then present all these issues that young adults my age and teenagers from 16 to 18 that have jobs that might encounter. And I go, now we've got taxes, jobs, priorities, then tense music, traffic on the H word, slam sound effects, or three each time a word is hits on the screen, such as taxes, jobs, traffic. The visuals are all static, the screen is kind of shaky, and the words are shaking as I say the words as well. In the next scene, I say, from that perspective, life can feel like it sucks. Almost like waves of zombies just arriving nonstop. This is a reference to one of my favorite childhood games, Plants vs. Zombies. The intense music suddenly stops as I end the sentence, and the person is almost consumed by the waves as it is coming towards him. And as the waves consume him, the intense music stops. In the next scene, the third scene, the waves spit him out into the sand, and my voiceover goes, these waves can make you feel like you're drowning. The person is then soaking wet and is panting as a metaphor to show that problems that this person is facing right now. And it feels very exhausting, mentally exhausting to go through this. However, in the next scene, I go, but here's the thing about waves. They come and go. They don't last forever. The motivational music picks up as the person goes up on his 2 feet and has a striking, confident stance. In the next shot, I say, if you learn or ride the waves of life instead of fighting them, those struggles won't affect you as hard anymore. I then show 2 examples of people, one person on the left fighting a wave, fighting their own issues, which just cause more issues and more effect on them, whilst the other side, on the right side, we have the person who learned to ride the wave and is feeling good about life because they learned to overcome their issues. In the next scene, I go, sure, you're going to fall off the surfboard sometimes, but the key is getting back up, grabbing that board and trying again. The visuals will show a person falling off the surfboard into the sand, but then picking themselves back up and saying, let's ride. The video ends as the person has a confident stance with his surfboard as the waves diminish and the sunset appears on the screen, and I go, so whatever you're facing, big or small, always find a way to ride your waves. The motivational music fades out and the outro will play. Thank you for watching and listening to my pitch to my 2 YouTube series ideas, Not So Short and Ride Your Waves.